after a brief respite,
we're back. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Well, Happy New Year. It's, barely into the new year now. We've been doing our thing for the holidays and such with family and everything. So,
well, it's been a minute. It's been longer than we like, but there's been some
and
sicknesses, that have been for real, no joke. I had COVID in October, and
that knocked you out too.
Yep, that was rough.
Mm-hmm.
I had COVID when I was in New York City.
Yeah,
which was great. I flew to New York to see my daughter and got stuck
in New York. Yeah.
And then just after Thanksgiving, got flu A, which quite honestly was way worse than COVID for me. It just
did you have a flu shot?
No.
Oh. Yeah, luckily I had the flu shot, so I didn't. And it flu, it was rampant, going around like crazy. So anyway,
but all that, that's sort of what stumbled us up. And we're still trying to catch a groove in general. But I'm feeling good about 2023. I think we're gonna.
I think we got some good ideas.
Absolutely. And speaking of good ideas, well, before we get into good ideas, tell me about your Christmas. What was your guitar takeaway for Christmas? Anything of note?
Mine is I better start playing guitar more because I've been having problems with my knuckles, my joints, like waking up in the morning and my hands are hurting. So it's like, and I haven't been playing. And I was talking to my wife last night, and I was like, what I need to really do is start playing again.
That's like PT, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've literally barely touched my guitar, my bass, anything. So that needs to happen. So.
Okay, so that's your Christmas present to yourself.
That is
to play more.
Yes. I did get a Strat cutting board from my daughter.
Yes.
So that was cool.
We'll put that up on the screen because that was clutch. And I got from my daughter a guitar wall mount holder that is a hand.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
And it is awesome. It is so crazy, and it's such an Annabelle gift. It's so cool that she found that and gifted that to me. Also got some software. Get Good drums.
Get Good. Some
Get
more Get Good.
I got a several more drum kits from that company.
Do they have cool names? Well, the other one,
Dry and Funky was one of them. That's not really
dry.
cool. Modern and Massive is the other one. And then there's the One Kit Wonder series, and that's what the Dry and Funky is. And then I got the Aggressive Alternative or something like that, and then Classic Rock. So those are the three. And the Classic Rock is the one I used on what's going to happen here in a minute. We'll talk about that.
I'm interested to hear it. I haven't heard any of this yet. So.
Well, cool. Well, I proposed that we do, as you see the title of this video, 1 riff, 5 amps. The thought being that each of us would dial up one of 5 amps to a good kind of solid rock tone, whatever is comfortable. I'm going to use my Charvel. He's going to use Les Paul. Dial up a tone and then play a riff over a loop with that tone a couple times, capture that, then do the same thing for 5 amps. Same riff, everything the same guitar, same hands, and just dial up a good rock tone and kind of see what we get.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do today. And we've got some amps here behind us, lit up, ready to go. But here's the rub. The rub is that we're not going to tell you what amp we're using. We're going to be playing, record it, present it to you, and then you need to listen with your ears, not with your eyes, because that's a different kind of listening. And then, just see if you can kind of maybe identify what the amps are.
Right.
What are the amps we're going to use, Matt?
So we've got a Bad Cat hand-wired Cub, the 15R.
Right. Oh, Lord, I can't point backwards.
Over there. It's borrowed from a friend. It's one I had before, did a video on that, and then we went on vacation with these folks, and I brought 2 of his guitars back to him, and he brought this amp just so we could play a little on vacation.
Are we going to have the mystery guy on here?
Someday. He hasn't been here in a while.
I feel like if there's ever a Weekend Warrior guitar guy, it's him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has a pile of cool stuff, and
he's
always
constantly moving stuff and buying and selling. Anyway. Yeah, we'll get him on here. But so we've got that Bad Cat back again. Then we'll go through the Marshall, the 79 JMP 50 watt.
AKA the Sam Mitchell. That's
correct.
I think that's how the vintage community refers to that amp.
They
these
probably
days.
do.
Yeah.
But no longer.
No longer. That's right. Sorry.
Sorry, Sam. We've also got a Friedman Runt 20 and an orange Tiny Terror, the 15 watt. And we're going to run all of these through the Fryette attenuator and then into the Marshall 412. It's a 76 or so 412 with some later Celestion greenbacks. So
all the
just to
same,
keep everything kind of the same. Fryette's not just an attenuator, it's a reactance amplifier. So what it does is it sort of reamps your signal. So that's going to keep all of that consistent as well. So that's just another way to sort of normalize all of these sounds. So the same effective wattage will be coming out of all the amps, whether it's the 15 watt, the 50 watt, we got a couple 15s, a 20, a 50. So this will normalize all that. It'll, sort of keep that playing field level. And then we're going to try to use, the same relative volume on everything, and just hopefully the character of the amp itself is going to shine through.
Right.
Same riffs, same guitar. Like he said, he's going to use his Charvel. I'm going to use a Les Paul, and that's that. And I'm not comfortable on a Les Paul really, so that's another reason I wanted to use that, just so I'm not really comfortable on any guitar right now since I haven't played one in a while, but that'll become evident in a minute too. But I think this will be just a cool,
I think it'll be fun.
Test. Yeah.
And it's not we're not pitting amps against each other necessarily. We're just saying, okay, what if we have the same hands, same guitar, same riff, and then what does it sound like in different scenarios? And we've got a loop that I mentioned earlier, the Get Good Drums loop. I made a loop, just a little simple loop.
And I've never heard that loop, so this will be interesting for me.
Good,
too.
yeah. And so basically, I just came up with a little riff over that. And,
nor have I heard the riff. So
well, there you go. So we're gonna just put those back to back, and if you're brave, before you find out what it is, drop in a comment saying, okay, I think take one is X amp, whatever, and we'll
label each one.
Yeah, we'll eventually let you know, but
maybe in the next video.
Perhaps. All right, well, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
was looking at. Hold on.
Thoughts. Man, I like really all of the amps for different reasons. I mean, the same reason we collect amps, or we desire to collect amps. You've got different character, different sounds, and I mean, I get that. Yes, we both used exactly the same guitar. We're doing similar things.
And we tried to get the sound in the same ballpark.
Yeah, as much as we could.
Kind of a higher gain, rocky thing. And then do the same thing-ish, same guitar. And it's really interesting because then the little nuances start coming out.
Right.
The little, like we were talking about, the little more nasally on some.
And I mean, yeah, I expect going into it, I expected the Friedman and the Marshall to sound similar but not the same. I expected that the Orange would be similar but not so similar to both of those, and then that the Bad Cat would be quite a bit different.
And that bore out in your mind?
I think so.
Yeah,
it was
totally.
kind of what I figured, but it's still interesting to see them back to back and to be able to hear it one after the other like that. So. And that's what's great about having a space like this and just being able to do this type of thing. And you know, we still want to kind of do this with a bunch of different Marshalls. We're just having trouble getting as many Marshalls as we want, because I don't think 3 is enough. I don't think 4 is enough. I think
we gotta do 5.
I was thinking 17, but yeah, I mean, four different Marshalls of different eras is kind of another goal that we want to do. But anyway, this was a cool experiment, I think, and great idea. So I'm glad you came up with it.
To me, of the 4, the Orange was the one that I was like, because that's the cheapo of the crew, right? Yeah. And wow, I mean,
totally, yeah. I mean, the Friedman, neither of those, the Friedman nor the Orange, are super expensive. You know, they're PC board kind of mass-produced amps, but what's wrong with that? I mean, if
it works, again,
right? I mean, the Marshall, to me, you can't get much better of a sound than that. Just because it's always been one of my favorite sounds. You know,
amp is what, 45 years old?
Yeah, I mean, it's
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
wild.
Yeah, and the Friedman is meant to emulate that type of sound, you know, that higher gain JCM 800, whatever, JMP modded sort of sound. This one's not modded, but in that, you know, this was no pedals, no nothing, just straight cable into the amps. So
yeah, and we actually dialed up a boost. But
we had a boost pedal and didn't turn it on because we didn't need it. So
it worked.
But yeah, I mean, just the rock and roll thing. So super Strat type guitar, Les Paul, and Marshall amps, and Orange, and Bad Cat. I mean, it doesn't get a lot more
rock than
that. No.
And we'll do. I think if this turns out okay, maybe we can do this same kind of idea with different styles.
Absolutely.
You know, this is my kind of sweet spot.
Right.
But yeah, so cool. So drop your guesses for which is which below. We're going to reveal them on the next video, which hopefully will be a lot quicker than 3 or 4 months.
Right, I think it will.
Yeah, it will be. So yeah, do us a favor and do that, and then the subscribe and all that stuff too. We've got a couple people who have reached out fairly recently responding to videos that we actually don't know them, and there's some you told me there's some subscriber growth, which I was telling my daughter, who's in marketing stuff, and she was like, "She
needs to help us.
Yeah,
help us out, Bill."
The natural growth is kind of cool. So
yeah,
hopefully
and we've got some videos now 2,000 and 3,000 views. So for us, yeah, and then some that are, you know, they've crept over 1,000. So yeah, for us, that's
I think the
pretty
one
good.
of me playing guitar by myself was 45 views. So I'm pretty proud of that.
And the couple that I put of me playing bass are right around there, 45, 50.
Well,
so
hey, I mean,
we're very popular.
Yeah, I mean, you know. But yeah, so definitely help us out if you dig this, and we're going to keep on trying to do it and all that.
Yep. Thanks for watching, and good night.